So here's the heat shield for the bottom fairing. I mean, I've seen some people on YouTube doing stencils and all kinds of things. You know something? Is it worth your time? It's up to you. I mean, this is gonna be on the bottom of your motorcycle. I mean, for crying out loud. You know, if it's sticking out a little bit like this, it's on the bottom. I am betting you that with the heat and everything else, there's a little bit that's sticking out because you really can't, you know, see it this way. Like say, whatever is sticking out, if there is anything sticking out, you can either use a razor blade and trim it if you want to, or you know, let it be. And what I think it's gonna happen is with the heat, whatever is sticking out, you know, little like mesh, fiberglass like this, it's gonna melt. And you know, I mean, it's not a big deal. You can always look and trim it, you know, if you're so worried about it. There you go, like this, and done. But yeah, I also had to open up the holes. You know, if you notice right there, and you say, "Oh crap!" Now you can see the white. It's not a big deal because once you put the plug in there, it'll cover that. It's recessed, so you really can't see it. So go ahead, and all those little holes that you see, you know, these are not plugged. It's just that I have the heat. See, it's there. I mean, I pretty much opened up all of them. I didn't open up this one. I think I'm going to open this too. Nothing special. Just use a rotary tool like this, or even a drill, if you know, if you want to. I did with some of them. I use this. But yeah, you're definitely going to have to open it up. Don't overdo it. Don't make it too big, obviously. So open it up just a little bit. And as you do it, you know, use your little, you know, those little plastic tabs. And just go in there and make sure it fits okay. And that'll give you an idea. Once you do that, then it's a lot easier to do it before, you know, you actually install the fairings than while you're doing it, because trust me, you're under there, you're laying on the floor, a million things can go wrong. Do it before if you can. And yeah, well, that's about it. Next, we're going to start installing them. See you guys in a few. Alright, we're back again with another exciting episode of what a pain in the ass it is to install this fairings. But okay, if you guys remember, I had told you in the beginning that whenever you get Chinese fairings, which so far they're doing okay, make sure you order this. Alright, basically a little set of screws, nuts, bolts, little pressure, I'm going to call them pressure tabs, I don't know what they're called, but you're going to need this. You're going to need this because I'm sure many applications, but here is the bottom fairing. Okay, those things go in here. You push them together and they'll go in there like this, and they'll go through the holes in here like that. I may have to open up this a little bit here and here like I did the other side so that I can fit the screw through it. And the other side is good. I'm going to get up and show you guys exactly how does that work. I'm just looking in the back there to see fitment issues in here. Okay, that looks good. I see some things going on over there that I didn't notice before. Over there in the back. But okay, anyhow, let me show you what it looks like assembled. Little white stuff is from when I drilled it, stuck to it, so it's not bad. I mean, really, if you guys look at it, it's not bad at all. So far, she's looking good. One thing that I wasn't crazy about, okay, and I, be honest with you, I didn't notice that on the other bike. Now, this may change, but look at the oil gauge over there. See how it's kind of half covering the oil gauge. Now I don't know if that was like that with the old fairings or not. Not the end of the world, but I just happened to notice that. Also here, it's not quite, it doesn't quite fit the curve. Again, guys, you know what, little details like that, and this may change because I'm thinking I'm gonna have to adjust this. I just had a couple of bolts on top, you know, just to hold it, you know, together so I can assemble the bottom fairing first. Because I figure, you know what, that's probably gonna be the most difficult one to do. So I have this holding here, I have that one holding there, and basically nothing on top. Just checking the fitment here. You know, I'm gonna have to do some adjustments. As you can see, it's not quite in place yet. So once I start putting things in place, it might change in there that, you know, it fits more properly the way it's supposed to. If it doesn't, guess what? Really? Not a big deal. It's looking good so far. So I'm gonna pause again. And what is that one doing over there? Really? You just want to knock my shit down, right? Seriously. What the hell, man? Alright, so let me get started on this. I'm gonna put the camera down for a while, and I'll be right back. So, a couple of things. Install the inner fairings. So basically what you're gonna have to do if you have nothing on it, right? The bike is naked. So basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna put this dash cover in first. There's two holes in there that you gotta use. Let me see which. Hang on, let me walk around. This is a mess because, yeah. But anyhow, this is what you're using over here, whatever size this is. This is the 5mm. Okay, and that's basically what you're using inside. It's those 5mm. On the outside, basically you have the push pins like that. The skinny, tiny ones. You need two of those. However, and this is where the fitment comes into place. I had an issue over here on this side. It did not line up. I ended up having to drill a hole under on the bottom fairing here on the which is under there, so you don't see it anyway. It doesn't matter. But what I did is I ended up using the 4mm bolt. Okay, with, let me show you what I got here, which is there's little bushings here like that. Which you usually use this for the this is an old one, of course I use a new one, but usually you use this for the windshield over here. I had extra, so I ended up using one of those from the bottom up and used a 4mm to hold it together. Guys, you're gonna have issues with fitting, okay? Remember, this is not OEM stuff. So all in all, when it comes to fitting, I'd say, let me turn around the front. We still have to do the back here. You can see here how tight she's over here on this side, right? All the way in and stuff, tight, real nice. Over here in the corner, not so much. On the other side, you can actually see, if you follow through a little gap here, see it right there? There's a gap right here. Right in here. And follow up over here, it's now really tight in there on top here. Now again, you know, take in consideration that I got this bike, you know, with pieces of cracked fairings and, you know, basically missing a whole bunch of stuff, and I had to do so much work to it. It looks 100% better. So I am not that picky. Just understand that if you get any Chinese stuff, you might run into little fitment issues like that, which don't bother me, but it might bother you if you're a perfectionist. On the sides here, we were okay. There's the no-cut frame sliders from T-Rex that we installed before, which is fine. On this side over here, we're good. The fairing actually hugs, you know, the cover here with no problem. Real good. What I didn't like was under here. I don't know if you can see it or not. that the exhaust is really close to the fairing. So what I did is I tripled the amount of hitch shield on the bottom there. And gonna keep an eye on it, see what happens. I mean, they really, if you see in there, if you can see it or not, you barely have any room in there. But this is where, when I got the bike, that's the first thing I noticed, that this piece was completely melted down. So again, don't know if this is due to fitting or if this is due to the bike, you know, I don't know. Anyhow, I did the best that I could with that. So we're gonna see how it goes. This piece here, the middle fairing, I tell you what, for something that wasn't, you know, 100% fitting right, that's perfect. I mean, that popped into place, and it's snug, and even the holes kind of lining up somewhat right in here on top. I mean, they did such a great job with this. Why couldn't they do with that? But all right, you know what? I'm not gonna cry too much. Funny thing over here. This is how cold it's in New Jersey right now. Okay, it's about 13 degrees outside. So I wasn't even planning on changing this. The Pro Grip think saver, whatever they call it. Look at this. It's so cold. They know, they tell you to, you know, use a heat gun. Look at this. It's so cold that you can actually peel it off. Look at that. With your fingers, it's just falling apart. Everything's coming out. So I'm gonna clean these up real good. Pull that out. Luckily, when I bought the fairings, they gave me an extra one as a quote-unquote gift. So I'm going to be using that. Overall, I would give it let's say a solid 7.5 for the fairings. Good. It looks good. Again, it's not OEM. Didn't expect it to be like OEM. Look-wise, it's great. I mean, if you're going to look at the bike, you just, you know, coming somewhere with the bike, someone is looking, they're not going to be able to tell the difference. The only way they're going to see the difference is if they really get close to it and start inspecting, you know. Otherwise, it looks just as good as the OEM stuff. All right. Well, we're going to finish doing the back here. This is the mess that I had to do when I installed the integrated turn signal. I should have made a video just for that because, yeah, that was fun. Well, we'll see what happens. At any rate, we're almost done. I'm just going to do the back, then do the Pro Grip thing, and start her up, let her run for about 2 minutes, put it back in the shed, clean up over here, and I think that's going to be it. One more video and yeah, we should be done. And if I have time, then start working on the ZX 600. But we'll take it from there. See you in a few.